Kahala Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Ba'Shem Rakah Kodash, and the waters of the apostles and elders of the great millstone, and peace that taste that I'm doing this work in truth and sincerity and in the four corners of the earth. All right. I want to do this lesson, okay, Salakia, because yesterday, I kind of did a deep dive, into the silver, and the silver price, and it's a big indicator, all right, of the state of the economy, man. Okay, and I tried to use, I used it, I used the Chat GPT, to give me some history, all right. And if I'm repetitive, brothers, Salakia, but it's kind of hard to understand a lot of this economic shit, because Esau made it to be confusing. All right. So that way he can get away, with his mischief, man. It's only few people, that actually understand, how this economy works. And I still don't even I still don't even fully grasp it, but I understand the indicators, that ought to come, man. Okay. One of those chief indicators, being the gold and silver market. All right. That's one of the biggest indicators that you're gonna find. All right, because gold and silver, all right, is the Lord's money, man. All right, that's the Lord's measure, you know, of wealth. All right, actual element, that holds value. All right, hey, paper, dollars are an element. All right, they use the earth element. All right, but they essentially hold no value. All right, and they're depreciating as I speak. You know, that's how it is, man. All right, that's how Esau created those FRN notes to be. All right, key to his manipulation. All right, but through his witchcraft, you believe in that dollar, you'll kill for that dollar. You know, which is insane. Just that thought of believing in the money system, is demonic. You know, like I said, people are willing to kill and still look for it. For that exchange of energy. They're willing to put your lights out. All right. But as you can see, that silver price is steadily, ticking up. Right now it's at $71, spot price. And I remember a long time ago, a brother had handed out, the silver troy ounce, to almost every brother in the camp, and at that time, the spot price for the silver was only like, $25. I think less than that. Because that was pre-COVID. All right. And now, you see silver then damn near tripled. Okay. It's almost tripled. All right. And this is not a good sign for the US economy. All right. The last time that the price went up this high, was in the 1980s. All right. And it went up to $50. All right. So it was up $50 back when the US dollar was worth more. There was more purchasing power, you know, with the US dollar, you know, and it exploded. Silver exploded in the 1980s, man. All right, up to $50. Now silver is up to $70. All right, and the money now is worth less than it was in the 80s, man. All right, so silver still has to go up, way higher the more this economy falls. It's gonna explode past. That was the all time high. $50 was the all time high in the '80s. Now the all time high is 70. With a dollar that's worth even less. Okay, so silver can go, and I always watch those Edomite channels. And they talk about silver, man. They say silver can just, I'm talking about explode, man. Into the thousands. Because it's gonna show the truth of this economy. Look, it's rolling right now. It's rolling up. It ain't gonna roll down. But with that math that I had on the Chat GPT, it just showed it just showed that's a key indicator, man. Never before in history, has silver been at this price. All right, in American history. All right, so that should tell you something, man. That should get your mind, all right, off of this fucking world and notice that something is going on. But a dummy, all right, an idiot that wants to be in this kingdom will make excuses. You know, he'll say, I don't see nothing happening, man. Ain't nothing going on the planet Earth. All right, man, I'm gonna sit here and focus on this job. I'm gonna sit here and focus on my marriage. I'm gonna focus on my kids playing little league. All right, because that dude is in the house of slumber, man. You know, he's a dead dog. All right, but the watchers, we are out watching, man. We watching these prophecies. All right, and that economic situation, that economic collapse is part of prophecy, man. Okay, the scripture going to that lack of bread, the shortage in bread. How you think that's gonna happen? All right, Jacob's trouble. Well, what you think is gonna put more fire onto Jacob's trouble? All right, these Edomites not doing so good. These Edomites is losing their jobs. They losing their cars. They all right. They getting their cars repoed. They getting their mobile homes repoed. I seen some damn hicks. They got damn they had a damn shed. I guess they was making payments on the shed. Esau came and repoed the fucking shed, man. And Esau was staying in the goddamn shed. Showing you that Esau ain't got no sympathy, all right, on his brother. I don't think that'll ever happen. No, it ain't gonna happen. In Israel, yeah, it ain't gonna happen, man. In Israel, you got a you got a shed, you know, that you went and built somebody, you built another Israelite, and they couldn't afford to pay it, and you gonna rip out all the goddamn beds and the children's furniture, and you tore away the damn shed, man. Hell no, man. That's extremely wicked, to take somebody's place of dwelling, you know. Sometimes you just gotta take a L, even in business. Have a fucking heart, man. But you think Esau have a fucking heart? Hell no. And you people about to see, you know, you Jakes, you hard headed fucking Jakes, you goddamn Sambos. Esau already showing you that he has no love for you, man. All right. Esau said that the time of the Sambo is over, man. Okay. And if you in the middle of that shit between Jake and Esau, you gonna get split in two, you know? Which Jake likely ain't gonna do nothing to you. But Esau gonna be the one that they use your ass for the bait, man. You already seeing it, man. Esau already feel like he can't get no woman. All right. Which he don't want no fucking woman. He's a fucking closeted Mo. All right. He just hid it a little bit better than Jake, because when Jake got that goddamn sodomite spirit in him, he just can't fucking hold back. You know. With that song, fucking, I'm so excited. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. Yeah, that's Jake ass. He losing his women. Um, he losing his job. All right. Next comes the house. Next comes the car, and then next comes the house, man. All right. And when these Edomites start losing their women, their jobs, all right, and their homes, you're gonna see, the true evil, all right, that are in these Edomites. We ain't even gotta I ain't even gotta beat it inside of you niggas' head. All right, which that's what we command us to do with the scriptures. We beating you hard headed Jakes upside the head. Even though you 2/3. You're gonna receive your judgment. All right, and you're not gonna convert until you get into that kingdom of heaven. You know, but you are going to see, all right, the change in these Edomites, man. All right, it's easy to let a nigga slide. It's easy to give a nigga a break and a breather, all right? Because that's what this is, this little time period from chattel slavery, to now, all right? Being well, from Jim Crow to now, that little breather that Jake has received, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right? Which that was nothing. That was done for the purpose of prophecy, man. Okay, so that the men are able to go out on the highways and byways. All right. So these people are able to get the 2/3 are able to be more and more spiritually bugged out. All right, and cling on to this devil. Because it's harder to cling on to the devil and be um, more bugged out when you in captivity and you see that this man is a goddamn devil. Because he holding the whip. All right, or because he done lynched your brother, he done shot your brother. You know, But the Most High allowed you to be in this Greek and Roman Empire all over again and being how you say they got a word for it with the assimilated, all right, with this devil. Okay, so you can, as the scriptures say, so you can cling on to Egypt. You can go down to Egypt, man. All right, but that separation is about to come back, man. That division is about to come back with a fury. All right, because you dumb 2/3, you're not seeing what the enemy's doing. You're not seeing what Esau is saying on social media behind his fucking his Twitter handle. How these devils really think in their mind. These devils are going back to the old Knights Templar mindset. That old Christian Crusader mindset, the conquistador mindset. That's the mindset that Esau is coming back with. All right, and ultimately is the Most High putting that spirit back in him, man. Okay, because Esau always been the fucking devil, but he kind of calmed his spirit while he was doing good, while he had the picket fence, while he had the woman and the children in order, children being able to go to college, all right, no worries, all right. But now that this economy is crashing, all right, America is more and more wicked, all right. The men are being deprived, okay. These people are losing, these Edomites are in poor health, all right, because they sided with well, that's they devils. They sided with Dr. Fucky, all right, and took the goddamn fuck you over, you know, so their health is fucking bad, all right, so they pissed the fuck off, man, all right, and they gonna come and see you Jakes, man. You think Esau fucking playing? Esau ain't playing. Ultimately, the Most High ain't playing, all right. And he gonna put that spirit back in them Edomites to go after you, Jakes, man. You got occasional lynchings being taking place all over Babylon, man. But if you ain't got your head in the news and current events and in the scriptures, you ain't gonna see that. If you got your head in fucking NBA, NFL, all right, and goddamn, what's Jake watching? What else Jake fucking watching? Power or some shit. You ain't gonna know what the hell is going on the planet Earth. You know, when I go to work, I don't hear Jake talk about silver. All right. Well, let me correct myself. It's like one Jake that know about the stocks and shit like that, know about silver. All right. But the main ones that know about the shit is Esau. All right, and some Moabites. You know, you can go in there and talk to them about that shit. But when it come to Jake, Jake don't know what the fuck is going on, man. Only thing Jake might know about is you might know a little bit about the Epstein list, and you know about them deportations. All right, that this devil is doing, man. All right, but yeah, man, that's a good sign, man. To see that silver go up, and the more and more it go up, just know that that's the more and more devaluation of the U.S. dollar. All right, let me see, man. I'm a yeah, I had my phone on the whole time. I didn't even do that. Let me get them damn phone calls. Man, what how I'm trying to see this. This to show you, the price that silver, the highest silver was at, you know. Man, what the hell? That's Satan, man. See, it say silver hit an all-time high in December 2025. That's right now, surging past its previous record, like the 1980 peak of $49 an ounce, to trade over 69 to 70 per ounce, driven by strong demand for electronic, solar, safe haven buying amid economic uncertainty. And then they always, cover this shit up, with bullshit, man. Oh, it's because of demand of this. It's because of the demand of that. Man, shut the fuck up, man. It's because of inflation, man. All right. It's because of the devaluation of the U.S. dollar, man. It's a due to a combination of strong industrial demand, persistent supply deficits, and increased safe haven buying amid geopolitical tensions. All right. Now let's see if I put there you go. Expectations of future U.S. Federal Reserve interest rate cuts in 2026 have weakened the U.S. dollar. While U.S. dollar depreciation is a significant factor, it is not the primary reason for the historic high silver price. Instead, a structural shift driven by record industrial demand and persistent supply deficits. And that's bullshit, man. Okay? And people run to silver when they see the decline of the economy coming. All right? But it's hard to get this information through this AI bullshit and Google, man, because they're a bunch of fucking liars. All right, these are the same people that say the inflation percentage right now is 3.5 to 4.5%, you know. But that's all I had. I pray this lesson is edifying and shalom.